I'm Jason Nichols. I'm the owner of Stretch Neapolitan Style Pizza. So we do Neapolitan Style Pizza, that's in the name. The pizza originates from Naples. It's a type of pizza that you can, what's the word? It's thin base but real fluffy, airy crusts. But yeah, that's what we offer. So I was like many people, I like pizza, lots of people like pizza growing up. But I tried this style of pizza the first time in Leeds probably about 2017 maybe, and I loved it. I fell in love. I just like as soon as I ate that pizza, I just sort of fell in love with that style. Went home, tried to recreate it at the home oven, but you can't because you need like 500 degrees temperature. You can't do that in the home oven. It's only 250, 220. So I got a pizza oven that could do that, and that was that. Just went for it. Well, I feel like it's the first time I've worked for myself. It's my business, so it means everything to me really. Like I'm quite a passionate person with everything I do, and I think I put my all into it, so it means a lot. And the fact that I've now got a restaurant, a little like bricks and mortar place I can call my own, means so much to me as well. Just have that place, so I'm just looking forward to get it going. And just showing, obviously a lot of people know me and the business for pizza, and just show what else we can do, what sort of service we can offer, what sort of setting we can offer, the environment, starter size, the full experience really. The vision, I'm quite a laid back person, so I want a laid back vibe for the restaurant. I want it to be inclusive to everyone, I want everyone to be able to. My main thing for the restaurant was to have this big wood fire oven that people can see. That's always been my one thing I wanted. I've got my wife involved to design the restaurant. I've got builders in to build things, and I leave them to it. So I just want my oven, and that's what people are going to see. So my vision for it is to have that focal point where people walk by, they'll pass the window and they'll see this rolling flame, wood burning, and they'll go, wow, that's amazing. They'll come in, they'll feel the heat, they'll see the pizzas. And I just want it to be as like a staple. There are lots of places that do pizza in Hull, but I don't feel like there's a place that's going to do that I want to offer, that has that central focal point pizza oven, and a place that people can just go and just chill and eat pizza and enjoy themselves. Like without them, we wouldn't be in this position really. When I started Stretch in 2020 during COVID, my main goal was always a restaurant. Like that's where I wanted to be. But I knew to start off with, like it's so big now, street food and mobile catering. That's what I needed to start off doing to build a name. I couldn't just get the money and open a restaurant straight away because no one knows the brand, no one knows what we offer. So with events such as markets and festivals etc., that's just allowed us to push the product to loads of people, and that's the follow on from that is then people have tried our pizza from one of these events and had parties or weddings, and they booked us for weddings, and again people that have tried the pizzas at their friends' weddings and then booked us for their weddings. So it's been like a very positive and helpful sort of knock-on effect. So every event brings more people, which then brings more events, so it's been great. I think just being your own boss, and I think that's probably what everyone would say really. I've worked in the hospitality industry for a long time, and I've worked for some big companies, and I've managed places as part of my role. But when it's yours, I feel like it just gives you that different feeling. When it's your baby, it's you make all the decisions. Like I want to always be busy. I am always busy because I say yes to a lot of things because I want Stretch to build, and I want to like get the business and the brand out to so many different people. But at the same time, if I am too busy, I can say no, or if I need help, I can just bring people in. I can do a lot of stuff on my own. It's down to myself, and obviously the help from my wife as well. We make these decisions, and if it fails, it's on us. If it succeeds, it's on us. And I think that's more rewarding, knowing that it's yours. No, actually, I don't.
No?
Actually, I feel like we've done every decision we've made since we started has been the right one so far. And I can't say there's anything that I've passed up on or anything that's happened that I wish I hadn't done. I think it's gone. There have been stuff where the door's not worked, and like there's been like things that have happened that have not been in my control. But I wouldn't say there's anything that's happened that I would say look back and go, oh, I wish that wasn't. Wish that hadn't happened. I think we just need more people just to go for it with their ideas. And I know there's a lot of people out there that I speak to that have got ideas, and I think it's normal for people to sit at home going, oh, this would be a great idea. Even though we've got a business, I've probably come up with about 5 more in a week thinking, oh, that's a great idea. I just think people should just go for it. I know it's easier said than done. And it takes a lot of time, things cost, etc. But I think Hull's a great example of this. The independent scene in Hull is amazing because there's lots of people out there that just go for it. And I think there's lots of success stories. I know there are some things that there are unfortunately some businesses that are closing, which aren't always down to the businesses themselves. There's things that are out of their control. But when they started, they just went for it. And you don't know unless you do it at all. So I just say go for it. And I think you go to cities like Leeds, York, Manchester, London. Obviously, it's massive. There's a wide range of all sorts of different independents, and I think Hull definitely has a room for it. I think just for me, just going for it really, just starting it and just not, because I could have easily just been, no, it's not the right time, or I don't think it's going to work, and just doing it and see what happens, and not trying to worry too much about what happens if it does fail, and just keep pushing myself to the point where now I can't open the restaurant. But that's not just down to me, it's down to the customers and the following and everyone pushing it. People want it, and I'm so pleased to be able to say that we can do it, we can bring it to people now. So definitely the restaurant. This time next year, so hopefully the restaurant will be open in the next couple of months, so hopefully March time, end of February, beginning of March. So hopefully this time next year, celebrating, like coming up to the end of the first year and being successful, getting through Christmas, getting through the summer, and sitting down and being able to reflect and being like, yeah, that was great. What a great, yeah, probably it will be hard, but wow, what a decision. That's what I want to do. Again, I would say, as long as it's the right idea, not every idea is going to be right. You can't just do everything. But if you're passionate about it, if you already feel like you're passionate enough to do something, and there are people around you that are pushing you to do it, they're pushing you to do it for a reason. I don't think anyone that's close to you is going to push you to do something if they don't think it's right. So listen to people around you, ask for help, and I speak to myself, speak to all the other independents. There's probably going to be a lot of people on Hull that know someone that owns their own business, so talk to them. But if you are passionate about it and you feel like you've got an idea that can work, go for it. Because otherwise you might think a couple of years down the line, 5 years down the line, oh, I wish I'd done that. You could still be in your job, and I know people work and people want security, and I get that. But you don't have regrets. Don't think back and think, oh, I wish I'd given it a go. Because you never know. You can still get another job afterwards if you need to. So just give it a go. We started a Kickstarter for the restaurant. We've managed to raise some of our own funds. We got some help from the council, from a grant, which has been really helpful. So that grant was to any buildings that were out of use, getting people in there. So obviously there's a lot of people that are closing down, so there are empty buildings, getting business in there. So I applied and it was like, yeah, accepted it, was great. But obviously things cost money, and we want to open the restaurant and start on our best foot. So we wanted to, let's do a Kickstarter. It was one of the last things I wanted to do, because I didn't want it to be like, oh, let's give people money, give me money because I need your help. But then when I read into it and understood what it actually was, we went for it. So it's a case of people can pledge money to the Kickstarter, so we end up building a fund for when we open, and for every pledge to get a reward. So one of our most popular rewards is a dining for two experience. So you pledge enough for that dining for two reward, and you basically just pre-purchasing that meal. So you know that when we open and we've hit our target, at some point when we open, you can ring us up, give us your name, say, I pledged so much to get my dining for two. We'll go, brilliant, you booked in for it. Well, let's book you in, pick your date and time, and you get that reward. You've already paid for it, so you don't have to hand over any more money. So it's just people prepaying for rewards really, and packages and experiences. So when we knew that, it made it a lot easier, and thankfully it's gone down really well. We've got a couple of weeks left, I think a week and a half, and we're 93% funded, so which is crazy. I think it's crazy, it's unbelievable. But just I think at the same time it's nice to know there's that many people out there that are that excited for it and want to help that much and support that you've done it. So yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.